I had the good fortune of becoming the first daughter-in-law almost 23 years ago. And for the first 15 years, for those of you in the room, you must have known about each birth and each first step and each first tooth. And thank goodness, within the last 6 years, there are many more grandchildren. So I just wanted to take a minute thinking about what I wanted to say. And Alvin and I talk a lot about, what are they, living wills and ethical wills, and, you know, say it while they're alive, I say to Alvin, and back and forth. So, you know, my son is 21, the eldest grandchild, and the youngest grandchild, Miss Charlotte, is just a year. And first of all, I want to just say thank you, and thank you on many levels. First of all, and I know all of my sister-in-laws will echo this sentiment, thank you for the best friend in the whole wide world. Jonathan is the love of my life, and you've set the example to each one of your sons in how to be. Alvin, the best husband you can be, and the best father you can be. And I truly mean that. I joke with Alvin all the time, and he jokes with me. But I am forever grateful. And to my mom, who from the moment I met her became almost my best friend in the whole wide world, aside from my own mom and my beautiful husband. She's been with me forever through all kinds of things, but we're here, and so thank you for that. And there's a joke in our family, this little 5 of us that live all the way out in California. Everyone used to think that Alvin and Nancy, what am I doing? Alvin and Nancy.
John, what's the...
Everyone used to think that Alvin and Nancy lived either with us or right around the corner. So after Lisa, who is 20, was born and was about a year, we finally made a rule. Once every 3 months for 10 days, they stayed with us and they lived with us. And we were all a little crazy from that. But you know what? 21 years later, I look up at my son, and common conversation at our dinner table is, how are Nana and Zadie doing? When they come home from college, they call, what's going on? Are they making you crazy, or what's going on? Nana and Zadie are a part of our day-to-day life, 3,000 miles away. They have set the example. They have given what I consider to be the greatest gift in life, is time. And they gave it, I'm taking my time, Joel, because this is my opportunity to say thank you. And I'm taking your time. But really, it's so important. Time is the only gift that we have. And Nancy and Alvin have given it to their sons and the gift to their grandchildren. And I'm just forever grateful. And, you know, I just said to Lisa, in 27 years, we better be sitting here doing the same thing. So I love you both, and I thank you both so much for everything.
I love it. Thank you. So you had what, 2 minutes? You took 10.
Yeah, but you heard what I would have said, you know? That's the important part.
Yeah, are we having fun yet?
Okay, well, we're not at...
Did you like it?
Very nice. I think you have a lot of comedians.
New batteries.
That's over Joel.
That's him?
Okay.
You're serving dinner.
You singing, Joel?
All right. You sing. Lil has said everything I was going to say. And everything anybody would want to hear. So, no, I just...
1, 2, say.
Okay. So,
Good job.
all right. All right. So, I tell people, we come from a long line of people. Well, I inherited a tradition of people who marry the love of their life. And you can see it here tonight in my brothers and in Nancy and Alvin. And they're not the only ones in their family, so they can't take the credit, but I always knew growing up what true love looked like. And I was the last in the family to marry because I knew what true love looked like. And I knew that it was possible and it was worth waiting for. So I got that because I grew up in a house where people loved each other unapologetically in a way that made it intentional, that made it possible to know that people could live their whole lives together in love. And they didn't invent it because others in our family, their parents also set this example of people who truly married the love of their life. And when one is lucky enough to do that, then you end up 50 years later with a boat full of people looking for a place to dock and waiting for dinner while people keep talking. So I'll shut up now. Except to say that when people live together for as long as they have, they sort of know each other. So there's a story of two elderly couples out at a restaurant, and they're having a good time, but one says to the other, the two men are talking, and one says, you know, we went to a great restaurant the other night, great food, great atmosphere, and the other fellow says, well, what was it called? What was it called? What's that flower? It smells nice, it has thorns. The other fellow says, Rose? He says, yeah, Rose. What was that restaurant we went to the other night? So, if you want to know what true love looks like, it's going to be on display for the next hour and a half until we dock in Manhattan. Come and see it over here at Table 1. Thank you all. Still got it.
You still got it.
All right. And now here's Steph.
We've decided to do an interpretive dance.
Go, baby, come.
Whoa!
That's
I
it.
love that stuff.
My daughter's not here. The thing about being the youngest is that everybody has said something before me. No original thoughts. No, I just wanted to take this moment to say we are all experiencing something very special tonight, and we're very honored to be here with you. And I don't know who was there at the wedding 50 years ago. Was there anybody? Uncle Chuck was. So there are a handful of people who were there too, who were there from the beginning. Three, and you guys. Well, you know, I'll make this very brief. You know, we came along a little later, but we're really in the midst of something spectacular, especially these days where people don't stay married that long, and to have 50-year mark is unbelievable. And there's a reason, because they are perfect for each other. They're best friends. They're a lot of fun. They're very crazy. And as you know, they're really something very special. And so we thank you for inviting us to your party, and you know, we'll be here for the next 50 years for you too. But we love you very, very much, and thank you for being in all of our lives. We love you very much.
Say it, then we'll kiss again.
Well, I just wanted to say a few things. My mom and I seem to have this conversation quite often about, it just comes up and we're like, Al and Nancy, they're just so lucky. You know, and even though that sounds sort of generic, you know, that they're lucky. And I think that a lot of people recognize that, and that the chemistry that they have for one another, and it goes beyond the things that they have in common. They have such a strong friendship, but I just think that it's really very lovely that there is a perception out there that you are very lucky. And you are. Secondly, I think that you guys take life as an opportunity, you know, and a lot of people just get on the ride and go along for the ride. And I just think that is just really incredible that that's a part of you. And I thought to myself, well, what do I really admire about you guys? And there's many things that I admire, but there's just something about the way you kind of support each other and help each other rise to the occasion and bolster each other, elevate each other. It's just a really, really unique dynamic that you have, and I just think that is so incredibly special. And the other thing is that I think it's so cool that they've made this happen. They have I don't know if this is common knowledge or if I can say it, but but they have a bench in Central Park that has some beautiful sentiment on it, and that's where they want to be buried. So that's up to all the kids and the spouses to do that. But on it says, make it happen. And they truly, when Nancy said that to me, I just started bawling, because it's just so incredible to think about, you know, what they mean by that and how they've made things happen for themselves and for those around them. And personally, I thank you for making this happen. I love you very much. Congratulations.
Where's our master of ceremony?
Whoa, you okay? Yeah, I got it. Okay.
You're on.
Grandchildren, and it used to be just the three of us up until yesterday. I found out we have 3 more grandchildren, and I just met him yesterday. Saying four. I knew Josh before, but now I know there's 3 more and Josh. And so I want to say that Nana and Zadie, our Nana and Zadie over there, have been the best grandparents you could ask for. They taught us how to ski, how to read Hebrew. They taught us everything that's out there. We know all those buildings now because of it. And I say that they've been the greatest grandparents you could ask for. And I think they'll agree, and everybody else, all the other grandchildren will agree. This guy too coming up, he'll say, Nana and Zadie, great grandparents, and 50 more years they can have all the fun we had when we were growing up. So thank you very much.
All right.
I just wanted to say my grandparents have given us amazing opportunities that no other kid ever gets. You know, who gets to go skiing with their 78-year-old grandparents? You know, we're not 78. Almost. But hopefully in 3 more years we'll still be skiing together.
Yes.
You know, the microphone's going out, so it's dinner time. But I just wanted to say thank you for bringing me to New York when I was 7 years old. Thank you for taking me skiing when I'm 19 years old. Hopefully these guys, you want to go skiing with Nana and Zadie one day? Just say yeah. Okay. So, thank you. You've been amazing. And thank you for giving us 3 amazing uncles who have been laughter every single time I've seen them. And of course, my dad. So, thanks. And then I would just like to add that they have been there for every important moment in our lives. Ever since we were born, they have been there for every bar mitzvah, almost every birthday. They've always been around, and it's great to see them always cheering us on in all the sports we've ever done and all the amazing other things we do.
You do amazing.
I love you. Thank you so much for everything. Happy anniversary.
Okay, let the people leave.
Sorry.
Pulling everybody up. I got this. Yeah. Come on, got it. Okay. Great. Where's the mic?
It's gone. It's dinner time.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Thank you. Okay. Good job, Jesse. Come sit down.
This is something real quick for Alvin and Nancy from people who feel like you're family, even though we
are family.
aren't actually related.
I never noticed.
I didn't either. This is just a little card to express actually my parents' feelings about you.
It's not your feeling. She
doesn't
share them.
Here we go. There we go. Do your bones crunch? Are you getting butterfingers? When you're on the beach, do you hear Snickers?